All right, what's up, everybody? We are the Reality Roommates, back at it again with another episode breakdown. We will be discussing Big Brother episode 8. Episode 8, a lot of things happened. New HOH was crowned, as well as new nominations on the block. I am here with my co-host as well. We'll go ahead.
Good, everybody.
What up? What up? Sabi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, we're going to get right into this episode by discussing why the reason, the little cliffhanger that they kind of left us on last episode, which was the eviction. We had no clue as to why everyone decided to unanimously vote Riley out. But now we finally have the reason, and the reason is because Cameron was actually the one who told Izzy and Cirie that, he's willing to take Heisem out, take that shot. And so I feel like that really pushed all the momentum for Riley down the drain, because you have another strong player, a stronger player I'd say, who wants to take out Heisem. But how do you guys feel about that? The reasoning as to why they switched. Willie, will start with you.
I mean that's a good reason. If you have somebody who's a strong competitor, willing to take Heisem out, I think it's best that you keep him, so he could get that man Heisem out. He's a big threat, so you're gonna need somebody strong to get Heisem out.
Yeah.
I feel overall it was a smarter play anyway to get Riley out as opposed to bucking the system and going with Cameron. Though as a viewer, I probably would have enjoyed Riley staying in the house more than Cameron.
Yeah, for sure.
Strategically, it wouldn't make sense to outwardly go against Heisem's wishes that boldly when you don't even know if you're going to win that next HOH.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was a smart choice.
Okay.
Yeah. Valid.
Yeah.
Smart play, bro.
Overall, I also agree. I think it was a smart choice. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to really say about that. It happened. Riley's out of the house now. But we'll transition over to the HOH competition, which I honestly like competitions like the golf one that they had, with the numbers, and you kind of have whoever gets the base number wins HOH. I really enjoyed it. How'd you guys feel about the competition by itself?
It was a good competition. It's pretty much luck, basically. Kind of not too much skill to it, which I kind of like. Just whoever is the most lucky, pretty much. And I'm happy about the HOH winner, man. I'm very happy about he won the HOH, man. My pick.
Yeah, you're on a roll right now.
Yeah.
I am.
What I'll say is this: I think I love these types of comps, because it gives the opportunity to anyone, and it literally proved to be true with someone like Felicia. Felicia getting to win this comp, I think it's really cool to see like somebody who's different from the typical archetype that wins these kinds of HOH comps. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to see the oldest person in the house, and she's officially, I think, the oldest woman to ever win HOH. Kudos to her. And yeah, I thought it was really cool to see that anybody could win an HOH.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Felicia winning HOH was definitely a surprise.
Felicia, yeah.
Felicia winning HOH was definitely a surprise. Willie was eyeing me the whole entire time about, his pick.
Yes, sir.
Winning, but hey, kudos to her. I'm glad to see that she can hold her weight inside the alliance. Makes her definitely look good, and it's great for her resume. So, I think her winning HOH was pretty darn good, man. Honestly, but let's talk about Matt talking to Cirie about his deafness. How'd you guys feel about that? Me personally, I feel like I didn't find it to be a big point in the episode, but at the same time, it's definitely nice to see Matt kind of developing his relationship with a person like Cirie, someone who he doesn't really talk to, and I think he's doing that mainly because Riley's now out the house, so he kind of has, he needs to socialize a lot more up a social game. So I think later on it'll definitely help him overall. But how do you guys feel about the conversation? Did you guys feel like you guys learned a little bit more about, I don't know if is that a good term to call it, like deaf people?
Deafness?
deafness. Yeah. So
Yeah, I feel like that's a fine way to say it.
yeah, but
But
yeah, Willie, go ahead. You can start.
it was nice to see Matt open up about it. Nice to see him open up about it. Because it's kind of crazy to see the first deaf person in Big Brother, and I could imagine, how different it could be. How like let's say he's in a group like talking to people. It's kind of hard to focus on one person because like you're trying to read the lips of one person, and then like everybody's talking, and it's kind of like it
Yeah.
can make it seem like he was pretty much saying like how he might come off as like standoffish a little bit, but he was pretty much just saying like, no, it's just it's kind of hard to like, you feel me? So it was nice to see that, but yeah, it was pretty much just nice to see him like just tell them about it. I tell him about his experience being a deaf person in Big Brother. It was nice to see that. It was nice to see that.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree. I think, what not Felicia, but what Cerise said in the diary room really stuck out to me because then I applied it to myself, which is I've never gotten to in person ever like converse with someone who was deaf.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt her in that moment of saying like, wow, I've gone all this time and I haven't run across this, So it was very important not only for Matt connecting with them, but also for the audience to take it outside of the game. It's very important for the audience to see someone who is not like them because we get to learn something new. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to maybe have a little more patience if we ever ran across someone who was deaf or hard of hearing. So
sure.
People like Matt to be seen and to be viewed and heard. So it was really cool to see that on the show. And when it comes to game related, I think this is going to be an important bridge moving forward because, like you said, Willis, Matt hasn't really connected as far as we've seen. Even me on the live feeds, I haven't seen too much of Matt connect with Cirie or an Izzy. So this is an important starting point that, hey, you never know. Later on in a few weeks, or if Matt ever wins a HOH or something like that, these are people that he's kind of built a little something with now as far as just, friendly talking that, hey, people can remember in the back of their minds. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that didn't do so well at, which is just the small talk, because he would make deals with people. Like there was, during last week when there was the debate of whether it was Cameron or Riley going home, one of the problems for her was she would say to everyone's face, like, yeah, I'm with you. I'll do whatever you need, da-da-da. But then that whole day, she's not hanging out or talking to these people. She's hanging out with everyone else that she's been hanging out with from the beginning. Yeah. So it left people like Cirie and other people in the house like, I don't know if I can trust her because she says to our face, like, yo, she's with us, da-da-da, but you're not hanging out with us, So the small talk is important because those things help to build bridges in this game. So Matt, he's setting himself up to possibly, who knows, maybe he'll get the chance to stick around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to build relationships.
Yeah.
Important. Very important.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about Felicia. I keep saying Felicia.
Felicia, get it right, bro.
Felicia. Let's talk about Felicia and how she has to put up 2 nominations. She has to put up 2 nominees, and those 2 nominees are 2 pawns. And the reason that she's doing those 2 pawns, which being Jack and Cameron, is because she wants to take out, the house wants to take out Hisam. So how do you guys feel about Hisam feeling safe? How do you guys feel about Felicia putting up the 2 nominees, being Cam and Jag? How do you guys feel about that whole situation? Me personally, I feel like Cam and Jag was honestly pretty good choices. 2 guys who could definitely has a big chance of winning the veto. Hisam, I believe, at the end of the episode, he said like, oh, he doesn't really have to go for it. He kind of feels really, really safe. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah,
but,
he did say that.
Yeah, he feels really safe. So I feel like this is a great play by Felicia. And yeah, I feel like it's a go to move. It's a good move on her resume. So let me know what you guys think. Ivan, we'll start with you.
As far as putting up Cameron, I'll start with Cameron. So Cameron, I feel like he's in a dangerous position they're in a dangerous position, and so is he. As far as like now, you might be the block star because it's your second time in a row being on the block. Let's say you escape this week without getting evicted. Now, every time somebody's at HOH, they're putting you up on the block. I think Cameron a lot of pressure on him this week if he survives. Hey, you need to win an HOH and show these people I ain't just, the rag doll of the house to get thrown up on the block. That's one. But it was on Felicia's side, it was very smart to put up Cameron because, hey, when it's time for him to win, if he does win an HOH, hey, he's been put up by two people. And maybe these aren't going to be the last two people to put him up. So at that point, he ain't going to know who to shoot.
Yeah.
if he gets a HOH. So very smart. For Jag, being someone that I picked, he was my first round pick. I'm disappointed in Jag's gameplay thus far. I feel like he should be. Yes, I feel like he should be better positioned. I think he hitched his horse to some losing pieces, like the Camerons of the world and Riley, and this is kind of what ended up with him in the position that he's in now on the block. I think we'll see what happens with Jag moving forward if he can take this rebound and bounce back. I think even if the noms stay the same, most likely it would be a Cameron going home over a Jag, but things are subject to change. Who knows? So I think he's not necessarily in danger, but I do think with people being willing to put you on the block, you have to put a stop to that. And I don't mean by winning just comps, but socially, you need to make some connections to put a stop to you being looked at as opposition by the other side of the house. Now, here's my critiques on Miss Felicia's moves. My problem is this, and it's an overall problem that I feel is going on in this house. They talk way too much and too openly about certain things. It's fun for us as the viewers, so I'm appreciative of it. But at the same time, they should worry that you're just letting Hisam's name fly all over the place with people who aren't necessarily in your alliance. What if you found out before this that you're targeting him?
Yeah, that is sloppy gameplay.
Yeah, that's facts. If Hisam finds out.
Hey, I said something to Willie while we were watching. I said, if I was in that house, I'd probably be the only person to tell Hisam. Simply because I feel like if I tell Hisam that, yo, this is coming, and I feel like that'll be a very strong ally that could shield me till the end.
Hassan would just
he'll
tell
trust
everybody
me.
that
No, but I'll tell Hassan, yo, I am not supposed to be telling you this. I need your word.
You think he's gonna listen to you?
I need your word. Yes, I do. So far, every game move that he has played has been an honest one. If we're it's just brutally honest. He's just being brutally honest. So to me, I would trust him enough. I would trust him enough to tell him, be like, yo, this is what's going on. Now, do as you will with that information. Just leave me out of it. Leave me out of it.
That's the thing. I don't think he's gonna leave you out of it.
It's a risk. It's a risk, but the reward is so great because now he can fight for Vito. If he wins, people are still gonna want his head. He could just chop off everybody else's heads, and then boom, I'm just left in the shadows.
He's not gonna be able to do it. I mean, I guess
it'll be bold, but
my big critique with these guys, other than them just running their mouths, is like, I think, and maybe I'm just a Hisam fan.
Yeah.
I think you should be doing this because here's my thing. And like what Jag, Blue Kim, Matt, what they have is solid and it's not going to change. Those three are not selling each other out no time soon. Riley was the head of that, but they're still glued. And I think it's not a smart choice to get rid of like a major physical force on your side when you don't have to yet, because like Willis said, this guy has proven so far he's a pretty straightforward person. I don't think he was planning on turning on his alliance quite yet. I think he's the type to more so pull a cookout where it's like, yo, we're gonna ride on everybody first, and then once we get rid of all the ops, then whoever wins. Now your ass is grass if I get a chance. But I don't think he was to try to take them out early. I think this is a severely risky gamble they're taking because let's say they are successful this week and they remove a Hisam, what's to stop Matt, Jag, Blue Kim, or Cameron from getting that next HOH and then deciding, you know what? They took out Heisem. That lady Cherie got a lot of power up in here. How about we throw Cherie and Izzy up on the block? Simple as that.
That is true.
Was that you can sink your whole battleship by playing Billy Badass trying to take out Heisem a little too early, because who do you have on your side? And this is why I don't think Cherie is thinking, but maybe she's just thinking, well, I got my son and he's a physical threat.
But
so
she pointed that out though.
Huh?
She pointed that out. I remember it was like early in the episode. She was like, if Hassan goes, she's like next up. Like she's like the next like. Yeah.
Right. Why get out the biggest house threat if it's kind of violating one of the rules of Big Brother, meaning if there is a house-wide threat that everybody wants out, I'm not going to do the house's dirty work and take them out.
So,
somebody else take them out, because guess what? Now I know y'all want him out in front of me, so I can do whatever on my HOH, because as long as I don't go nuclear, it can't be as I can't make y'all hate me as bad as y'all hate Heisem. Mm-hmm. So I want
that's true,
because that's a good shield for me. You take Heisem out. To be honest, Heisem leaves. Do we have a consensus on who the house hates the second most? Yeah, it could be anybody.
Basically, yeah.
Why play that card? Why set yourself up with that much mystery about who goes out next? It could be any of them.
Yeah, it is a risk.
I don't think Felicia's really thinking about it for like her own game. It's really just like what the house wants.
She's thinking what Cherie wants.
Yeah, basically.
This is Cherie's HOH.
But we can't lie though. Everyone would be happy with Heisem gone.
Oh, absolutely.
But is that the best move for Felicia though?
I think it is. Oh well, actually no. The shield. No. I guess the shield.
Not at all.
The shield.
Now the only positive I can say this is for Felicia though is, let's be clear, she gets out Heisem. This is a huge notch on her belt if she can make it to that final two.
Facts.
But I feel like Cherie is so smart, knowing if she is able to get Heisem out and have that notch on her belt, that's pretty much signing it in pen. Cherie's not going to let you get to that final two.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's a big chip to be like, I'm the one who got him out.
Cherie's playing a smart game right now. Cherie's puppeteering these guys.
Yeah, this
kind of gives me Derek vibes.
This is reminiscent of BB19 a little bit, except without the dirty gameplay.
Yeah. I would say she's more like Derek.
Yeah.
She's more like Derek, just kind of like not doing dirty work, but just doing like a lot of puppeteering, a lot of behind the scenes work.
I feel like it's a Dragon Ball Z fusion of Derek and Paul.
Derek and Paul?
Yeah, but Paul without
more so Derek.
Yeah, more so because Paul is very devious. Paul is very like, he's gonna laugh in the diary room after someone makes a dumb decision. She's very like calm, just like Derek. Poised. She just gives me very Derek vibes, which I could see her not going on the block this whole entire season, just like Derek.
Well, I don't know about that.
I mean, we'll see.
Oh, I got a question for y'all too.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that mark is getting covered. What do y'all think of the budding showmans, Blue and Jared?
Yes, I didn't have that. If you ask me, I would say I don't really care. I'll be honest when it comes to the romance of it, but I would say Jared being a guy I am rooting for. I think it's dumb to get in a showmance with Blue Kim because I feel like she might get in his way subconsciously. Like, okay, I want to save Blue Kim. And that'll be trouble later on. If you need a clipper, you need a clipper. I don't like him taking his eyes off the money. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like he'll clip her if he has to. I feel like he ain't gonna get like that too attached to her now.
They're
like this is a little fun thing, a little side quest, Like, that's what it is.
I feel like in this game, we've seen, at least as of late, I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen a guy be willing to clip his showmans in quite a while in this game. I
Yeah.
mean, we saw with Kyle, it literally sent him into mania, and he
Yeah.
literally destroyed the leftovers as soon as he got the chance because it was time for Alyssa to go home, and
Yeah.
he was not ready to let that happen. So
Yeah.
he turned
But but
and sank his own battleship.
Yeah.
but Jared got his mom on the line too. He's you know what I'm saying? He's thinking about his mom's game as well. So I feel like it will be easy to clip her.
I think what could happen, this could end up getting Jared clipped. I think it's the opposite. I think Blue Kim would be willing to cut Jared if it came down to it,
Oh
because
yeah, for sure.
he's got a tight thing with Matt and Jag, and I think when it comes down to it, if she has to, she might clip him, or if she finds out that secret gets leaked, she might clip him.
Yeah.
You never know.
No,
Yeah,
I think-
completely
true.
agree.
More in danger in this situation than her.
100%.
So playing a dangerous game. Plus, I will say this: I think it's going to mess with his game for sure because it's like you said, Willie. He's already worried about the protection of himself and his mom. Now
Yeah.
you bring a third party that you're going to be irrationally trying to save, which is Blue Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to make rational moves based on this. There's
That's
gonna
true.
be-
That's why I think he shouldn't win any HOHs in the next coming future because then he's gonna have to like show his cards, and that will be like the worst thing that could happen. Like
But-
Jared's kind of sitting good right now, so
correct, but not being willing to win might get you in a sticky situation eventually where you end up on a block.
yeah, that is true. That is true.
It's a very, I would say, Jerry, just drop it, bro. The second you get a chance to clipper, user, kind of like whenever I see a showmance, bro, I just think of Kevin from BB Canada. He's willing, he's bisexual, so he goes both ways, and he's willing to get in a showmance with whoever. It doesn't matter as long as he can use them and clip them at the end. So I would say, like, ever since I've seen that, he's like the first person that I've seen successfully just strictly care about the game. Like, even when he was in a relationship, or he wasn't in an actual like showmance, but like he'd flirt with other house guests. Like, he'd do whatever it takes and completely subside feelings. So I feel like, Jared, you just have to subside your feelings and take out Blue Kim when that time comes. But I do strongly agree with you when you say Blue Kim is more likely to take out him than he is out to take her out, because
Yeah.
Blue Kim has that kind of like that, oh, I'm gonna use you mentality. Like, in the game, that's what I'm getting the feel of like, yo, if I have to get in a show, man, I feel like she genuinely does like catching feelings for him, but I feel like she'll snap out of it when it comes to that money. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to see, man.
I mean,
Jared,
luckily,
don't go out like no punk, man.
maybe his mom would talk him out of it mid-game. If she sees him making some crazy decisions, at least his mom is there in the house. She could probably pull him aside and be like, hey,
wake up.
he got
wake up. Absolutely. But do you guys have anything else, or is that all?
Man,
I believe that was all.
Who do you think currently, since it's start of a new week, who do you think is in the best positioning in the house besides Miss Felicia?
I would say the best person, a person in the best positioning. I would say Cirie. I can't sit here and lie. Like, Cirie is playing an exceptional game. Her relationships are strong. She just built a new relationship from the other side with Matt.
You think she's in the best position?
I strongly think she's in the best position.
Like, best position from like not even getting thought of as a target.
I strongly think she's in the best position with the relationship. I think her and Jared, I think of them as kind of like a team. So
what about Red, man? Red's kind of like floating around.
But I think he's floating around for a reason. It's like, he's not really much of a threat. So him floating around doesn't really concern me. I feel like Cirie, she has a social game to win it, and she also, if she can't win cops, her son can. So, I feel like she has nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Man, best position. I'd probably say when it comes to not even being thought of as like a target or anything, I'll say like Red. You got Red, Jared. Who else? Yeah, just really those two, to be honest, that I could think of right now that nobody's really like now on nobody's radar for real. Cirie, I wouldn't say she's in a good position right now. I guess she's in a good position. Is she? Yeah, I guess Suri is in a good position, but I would say Red and Jared.
Here's my thought. Though Suri is in a great position, I feel like with their current plan in motion, if they succeed at their plan, she will not be positioning to me. I think
Exactly.
getting rid of such a large and gracious target like a Heisem who just puts his foot in his mouth every chance he gets, you're going to open up avenues for people to start using that thing between their eyes and thinking.
Yeah.
And they're going to take it, maybe comparing notes eventually, and they're going to realize Suri is a juicy target that could be played.
Sure.
So
for sure.
I think she's in great positioning, but if their plan goes into play and it works out the way they want, that will ruin her positioning in my book. So I'm going to give it to a unlikely person that I'm not even that much of a fan of, but I got to give it to a nice middle position. Bowie's was my second choice, but I got to give it to Corey.
Oh shoot! I didn't even.
About him.
Was Corey in this episode? Like for real? I didn't even keep him like. Oh.
I think he's in great positioning, especially if their plan works out. He's in even better positioning because guess what? If I was Corey and their plan works out, I don't even want to win the next HOH because it doesn't matter. I'm going to jump ship to whoever wins that HOH though, and then I'm going to rebuild something from there. And you treat it like it's week one.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yo,
honestly,
Corey's one of mine as well.
Corey's definitely in a great position. Ah, man, now you bring up a great point. He kind of flew under my radar. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to him. And he built a great relationship with Suri's side. He has with the teenage, like, I mean, not the teenagers, but the younger people, the older people. He has great rapport with both of them. So I think, honestly, that's a great player to say.
Corey knows.
You picked Corey, right?
He knows
I did.
He knows that Suri is kind of the top dog on her side. He knows too much. This is a man who knows too much, and you get rid of a Heisem, now he gets to focus in on you. This is what Suri is not seeing. You get rid of that big mountain of a target, people gonna start being able to see more. They're gonna start seeing you.
Peace.
Hey, that honestly, Corey, I like that one. But let us know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let us know. We will be commenting back to every single comment as always. This episode was pretty interesting, don't you guys think? I think this episode was all right.
Yeah, it was a good, solid, great episode.
I definitely look forward to seeing Heisem if he does go on the block, how that would turn out, because that to me is like almost like a scary sight in a way, like Heisem going on the block. So we'll see if that happens, if they're strong enough to pull that out. But yeah, let us know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let us know. Hit the subscribe button. And yeah, to watch more BB content, man. We are on it for the rest of the season. So yeah, we're out. Peace.